Welcome back, guys. We're back again. It's Thursday, and we're here to talk about some stuff that's been happening in football. As we all know, Ange Postecoglou has not really had the best start to his Nottingham Forest career. Ange, in fact, has not had a win since he became the coach of Nottingham Forest. So many people were complaining about them letting go of Nuno to bring Ange. I have been the leader of that group complaining, saying, why would you
Against my
Ange
mates.
Postecoglou
Against my
to a
mates.
team that is a mid-table team, number one, a
Mm-hmm.
defensive team, and
Mm-hmm.
that's just their good trait. They are not an expansive team. They are not an attacking team. They are not good at any of that. Why will you
Mm-hmm.
bring a coach like Ange and force
Mm-hmm.
his high line, expansive football, attacking football philosophy on this type of team with the talent they have, with the players they have? I was just totally against that. So you get Ange Postecoglou is going to face Chelsea, right? You guys are
Yeah.
going to play Nottingham Forest. I think Nottingham Forest at home.
For the City ground, yeah. They're going to
Yes.
be at
So
City ground.
that possibly might change things for them. Maybe this is their time to fight and do
They use
all
us to
they can to
kickstart their season.
not lose, or to not lose, basically. If
Mm-hmm.
they can get
Yeah.
a draw against Chelsea, most people will not see that as a bad thing, right? If they don't lose. In fact, people think that it's impressive. They were able to draw you guys,
Good is
right?
a
It's,
good
it's
result.
somewhat
Yeah.
decent. But what happens if they lose? Let's start the
Mm.
conversation from there.
If they
Chelsea
lose.
comes to Chelsea. Yes, Chelsea faces Nottingham Forest,
Hi there.
and then Nottingham Forest lose to Chelsea.
Mm.
Is Ange Postecoglou going to get sacked? Is this it? Is this it? Is this the last nail on the
For him
coffin?
on the coffin. There's already a coffin. Let's establish that. There's already a coffin. It's
Mm-hmm.
set. Do
Yeah.
you get? It's just to put the man inside and bury him. So this game would actually decide if that coffin, he will be put in the coffin, how he will be buried, and we'll be done with Angemes, right? But the thing is, the way I don't know, Chelsea, we've kind of been weird this season in the sense that every time you expect us to do something, we don't do. That's always the case with us. It's who we are, mates. It's just who we are. I know Ange, that's Ange's statement, but it's just
We
who we
expected you
are.
to lose to PSG. You didn't lose. We expected you to lose to Liverpool. You didn't lose.
We
We
do the
expected
opposite.
you to beat Man U. You lost.
We don't exactly.
Okay.
So today, so
Yeah.
Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
we are the first game. That's even the worst part. We don't even do well when we're the first game,
Mm-hmm.
like that 12 p.m. game, right? Is it
Mm-hmm.
12:30 game, right? From international break, our results are always not good.
Mm-hmm.
Draw, loss most of the time. And to be honest, if Chelsea fans are expecting a win, I would say just lower your expectation. Lower,
Why?
no, you're laughing,
Why
but
are you saying lower your expectations?
lower
Why?
your
Why?
expectation because first of all, Maresca, you say Ange has a great philosophy. Unfortunately, ah, that is cracking me up.
Man, no
It's
one knows what it
unfortunate.
is.
No one knows what it. Yes, no one knows what it is, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's really funny. But at the same time,
Yeah.
what was I about to? Well, I even forgot what I was about to
You were
say.
saying lower expectations.
Okay,
Why? That's
I
what I
said
was saying.
I said
Why?
lower expectation just
Mhm.
because first, let me give you, I always try to give excuse for my club. This is the day where I give excuses, right? First excuse is no,
You're back doing this. You're back doing this
these
again.
are is legit excuses I'm putting forward, right? So
Why are
or
you giving
legit
excuses
arguments.
for your club?
Okay, let's say
Your
legit
club just beat
arguments.
the champions of you just
It
beat the
doesn't
champions
forget that result.
of England. You just beat the
Forget that,
champions. Wait,
brother.
wait.
Forget that result.
You beat the Premier League champions. You
Oh
come
my
on this
god.
stream and you said we beat the world
I
champion, we
know.
beat the
I know.
European champions, we beat
I
Premier League
know.
champions. So
I
why
know.
are you now coming on this same stream and saying let's reduce
Just
expectations, reduce why are you doing that? Why?
so why I'm doing that is because simply
Mhm.
I've said this so many times. My club currently, I don't trust them to be consistent over 38 games. That's just it. It's just who we are, mates. You can't trust us to be consistent over 38 games. Yeah, that consistency is not there with the team, right? I've resigned to that. But for this game, why I'm not even fully excited or anything is because, first of all, Maresca has a red card. People forget this.
Mm-hmm.
We won against Liverpool and we took that 3 points, but not
Mm-hmm.
without casualties. We're still on our red card run.
Okay.
We've gone four games in a row or 5 games in a row with consistent red cards. Somebody has a red card.
Mm-hmm.
Benfica, Joao Pedro had a red card.
Mm-hmm.
Against Liverpool, our manager had a red card.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to serve that ban. So Caballero is going to be the manager for that day. Willie Caballero, our ex goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how this is going to turn out or play out,
Mm-hmm.
brother. Maybe that's the day we'll see Sanchez messing up
Mm-hmm.
as the goal as the coach, current coach is going to be a goalkeeper. But
Yeah.
anyways, apart from that, I expect that Ange is going to fight. Do you get what I'm saying? He's going to fight because a lot is riding on it. He's how do I say it now? A lot is riding on it for him than for Chelsea because let's not jinx the game. But if Chelsea loses, Maresca can give an excuse that he wasn't there. He's
If you
full of
if
it.
you lose it, if you lose to Nottingham
No,
Forest,
no, people will say generally he wasn't there. It's Caballero.
so
Do
he's
you
he's
get
not
what
going
I'm?
to be blamed that much for losing. No, I,
Yeah,
I
I don't know if
agree.
you
I agree
understand what
that
I'm saying.
this the when you look at the stakes, I agree that you
Yeah.
Maresca beating Liverpool has
Mm,
added some extra time being your
yes, for
coach
him.
because of
Yeah.
course like he beats Liverpool, right?
Yeah.
He did it.
Yeah.
It worked. You guys played very well. You guys came out. You played well. You did your thing. You
Mm,
guys were at home. You responded well. You won us. I think that's giving Maresca some extra padding. So let's say
yeah.
if they were thinking of reevaluating or firing Maresca in like if, very soon, I think that game has kind of like removed that notion. So
No,
coming
but it's
into
end of the season. He will be
end of the season that
evaluated.
they
That's
were
yeah.
evaluating, but
Yeah. Yeah.
this
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Liverpool win is they'll add that to that evaluation that it was an impressive win,
Confidence.
right? It's
Yeah.
an
Yeah.
impressive
Yeah.
win, and it's building the confidence. So the expectation though is that you guys still
Mm.
need to win. It's not like you guys are going there to get a draw
Unfortunately,
or to
unfortunately, we
lose.
need to win
Going there
because we
to
need to
draw or
climb up
lose
the
is still
table.
not a good result for you guys,
No, no, it's not
right?
actually.
But if you
It's not.
compare the stakes, if you compare it between Ange and Maresca, who is under the most pressure right now?
And is on the hot seats, right?
What do you think about let's pause there. What do you think about Ange as a manager generally? Is he a good manager?
I will
Forget his
have to.
Celtic, whatever. Based on
Yeah.
what you've seen just within the Prem, do you
Mhm.
think he's a good manager?
We laughed about Dara's comments,
Mm-hmm.
right? But if you look at it, behind the laughter
Mm-hmm.
is somehow true. What is his philosophy?
Mm-hmm.
Apart from just keeping high line, what is his philosophy? Is it just to press teams, press throughout the 90 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? And keep high line. I don't see that as being a good philosophy. Guardiola, we knew Guardiola's philosophy in the sense that they want to keep you in your half.
Mm-hmm.
They want to win the ball quickly. It's not just
Mm-hmm.
about high line. They're in your half anyways. So the line is high. Do you get?
Mm-hmm.
But they want to keep you in your half, press you. They press very quick. In the sense that if they lose the ball, there are two people they are available to try to win that ball. The passes between themselves are they take a lot of short passes and it's quick and they try to move you around. So you we're building a template of how he plays or how he used to play.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get? But for Postecoglou, it just feels like, oh, everybody, let's just attack. We don't win the ball back. The key thing is keep a high line, regardless of how many people were on the pitch. If it's 9, if it's 7, they still keep a high line. Do you get what I'm saying? There's no emphasis on trying to win the ball back quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see? So at the end of the day, you ask yourself, set pieces, he struggles with set pieces. He
Yeah.
struggled at Tottenham. He's struggling in Nottingham. Nottingham Forest, the signs are already there. They are struggling with set pieces. In
Yeah.
Europe, they considered, was it 2 set piece goals? That's what they considered, right? When they were in Europe. So it's not looking good. It's not looking good. But at the same time, you now come to a case where they are taking a 180 turn from ultra defensive and counter attacking pragmatic to, brother, let's just unleash the chains and let's just go. Do you get what I'm saying?
But can
Then
you
you now
also
start you now start asking the question: the players he has, are they the right people?
the players have not changed that much since under Nuno till now. Apart from like
Exactly.
Elanga, who else left? Apart from Elanga, who else left Nottingham Forest?
It's okay, Langa, I'll say.
I mean, apart from that, the players have not really changed that much. So I will not blame the players
No,
in any way, right? But
not
also,
really, no.
when you look at Chris Wood, has his
Mm.
performance dipped from last season compared to this season? Because maybe there are chances that Chris
Funny,
Wood should be scoring, he's
funny
not scoring,
enough, he's
and
been
they are
missing
creating
chances.
chances.
He's been missing chances, but you look at it
So
in the sense that
can you blame Postecoglou entirely if Chris Wood is not performing? Some players are not performing as much as they were performing last season compared to this
mm,
season.
it's kind of weird because I said there was an expectation. There's something I expected from Ange when he came in. There were good things about the Nottingham Forest side, clear good things that were in that team, in the sense that
Mhm.
when they are on the back foot, they are defending. When you make a mistake and when they win that ball, it takes 2-3 passes and they are in your box 18 already.
Mhm.
That was a very good thing that every team loved about them. And what did we see? The wingers are key to everything he does. Once those one person on the wing has that ball is going into the box.
Mhm.
He's not wasting time. Once you are near the box, they whip it in. Now it
Yeah.
feels like they've kind of like slowed the pace in which they counter attack. That's one.
Mhm.
Then when they now get to the wing, like brother, Chris Wood is there, whip this ball in, whip this ball in. They don't do it the first time, they don't do it the second time. When they now get desperate, it feels like when desperation sets in, that's when they now start doing things they were doing initially. And by that time, Chris Wood is not, how do I say it now? He's not even ready. It feels like he's not ready.
You
If
know,
he's just half chances.
Chris Wood's performance is lower compared to last season. Although the season has not gone
Yes.
far yet, so it's too
Yeah,
soon to
but yeah,
really
yeah.
judge what will happen. But last season, his conversion rate
Mm,
31.7%.
mhm,
20 he scored 20 goals last season.
mm,
In fact, that was his career best last season. I
yeah,
think career
yeah,
best
yeah,
20 goals.
yeah,
Very very exceptional season for him, right?
yeah.
This season in 7 games he has 2 goals, which is puts his conversion rate to like 12.5% so far,
That's bad. That's
right?
bad.
So I'm
And
curious
those
to
two goals,
know.
are they under Nuno? Were they scored under
Interesting.
Nuno?
That was actually where I was taking it next. I'm curious to
Yeah,
know, since Ange has come to the club, what
yeah.
how the chance creation looks like with Nottingham Forest. If they are creating more chances as a team, they are creating more
Mm,
chances, but Chris Wood is just not finishing those chances, right? And also the amount of goals that the ways in which they are conceding, because you've already pointed out one thing, they are conceding from
mm,
set pieces. So that's an issue. They are already
mm,
conceding in ways they were not typically conceding last season and under Nuno. But let's not
mm.
forget that Nuno's last game, he lost 3-0 to West Ham.
True. The signs were already there.
And that was not
Maybe
this his West Ham now. It was West Ham under Potter. So it's like West
Potter
Ham under Potter that had been everybody
bad. They be bad. They really bad.
everybody has been beating Potter's West Ham, and then they get
Mm.
to Nottingham Forest, and then Nottingham Forest
Mm.
lose 3-0.
Yeah. I do. Okay. Now that we think about it, can we say maybe the issues already started from the start of the season before Postecoglou took over? Can we say that?
Why are we saying that?
I don't know, because you talk about them losing to West Ham. Out of 4 games, he got 1 win and 1 draw, 2 losses. So maybe the issues were already there. And selling Elanga, Elanga was very critical to everything Nuno did.
In
Do
terms
you
of
get?
the
Because
counter attacking and the speed and everything.
yes, yeah, people don't understand this. Elanga, I think that the selling of Elanga really pained him. I think for Nuno would have even preferred Gibbs White leaving than Elanga. Do you understand? Because even that Gibbs White is key to everything they do in terms of the midfield, but they could still put in a Douglas Luiz in there, and you probably do almost the same thing. And
I think
Elanga was really fast, and maybe that's okay. You know what? We should even check. Let's even it will be good to know how many of the goals Chris Wood scored did the assist come from Elanga. That's another thing we could check. Do you get what I'm saying? To know how much, I know he had a lot of assists last season, but how many of those goals were, because I know once Elanga gets the ball, he's
so.
whipping it into the box.
Nottingham Forest are sitting
Yeah.
17th in big chances created right now in the Premier League
17th.
under Postecoglou.
Oh my gosh.
Their expected goal ranking is also 17th, and
Oh.
goals scored they rank
Anyway,
20th in the league for goals scored.
that's relegation form, right? Oh my
When I told
goodness.
you guys
Oh
that
my god.
this
But
man will take them to the championship, you guys are saying why that will not happen. And Postecoglou is a good coach and everything and everything and everything. So how do you guys feel about this now? How do you guys feel about what I said?
Savabi and Dockers. So what I'm saying
Did
is
you just
okay.
speak French?
eh, um, I'll go to I'll go to SSB's
Yeah,
comments.
yeah.
It's very valid because that's why I asked you this question. Has
Mm.
he started going downhill before Postecoglou? Was the house already on? Was there already smoke in the house before Postecoglou even stepped in? Because he said
In
after
how
the
many
ownership confronted.
games?
No, 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 no. After the owner
In how
is
many
again
games will there be smoke?
after from last season. I think this thing started from last season. After the ownership confronted Nuno on the pitch, it's been downhill. How many?
I don't
Yes,
know.
if you look at it, because at that point you are generally saying to the players in front, you are saying to the manager, or you are saying to the manager in front of the players, you are not good enough for me. Do you get? Because at that time, the players, they are everything Nuno tells them, they adore him. They are ready to walk. They are ready to run. Do you get? But when the owner steps in, they start to argue. You remember that argument they had, argue, and it was like he was trying to call him and explain, like, you just ridiculed him in public. Do you get what I'm saying? Now you were not going to go. You were not sure. Yeah. Anyways, he decided later him and Nuno were not going to work. He already
I
had a
just
preseason.
I don't think that has anything to do with this
Why? But why doesn't
because in the second half of the Premier League, Nottingham Forest had a strong performance with a record of 10 wins, 4 draws, 5 losses.
10 wins for 10 wins for that's
10
a win
wins,
rate of
4
about
draws,
50%.
5 losses.
Win rate of about 50%.
That's not too bad.
That's a good win rate.
It's not too bad.
50%.
So I cannot agree that towards the end of the last half of last season, that's when
Mm,
things just started falling apart. I don't think so. I think them, him, I think two things. My own take is two things. First
mm,
thing is the relationship between Nuno and the owner, Maranakis, coming forward and trying to involve himself in the style of play and how he wants the team to
mm.
play and why did you sub out this person? Why do you not sub out this person? Maranakis
When you're
needed
not the
he
coach.
needed to just shut up his mouth and stay where he is and get
Yeah.
the money. If you guys
Yeah.
are not in relegation form, you guys are not losing. Relax.
Mm,
You're a mid-table
yeah.
team.
Yeah.
You're an overperforming mid-table team too as
I
well.
was about asking you,
The
did they
second thing
overperform
is
last season?
they did. The
So
second
maybe
thing
that
is
got into their head too.
sacking Nuno, not backing Nuno, sacking him and bringing Ange was a bad decision. I don't think you want to bring in Ange to a club that doesn't really have the technical, especially in the Premier League. The guys that you're working with in the Premier League, they don't have the technical ability to play expansive football.
But Maranaka's bought players. He bought in players. The players
Okay,
they brought in, they
let's look at the
attacking.
players. Let's look at the players that he brought in.
Yes.
Let's look at the players
And
that he brought in.
SSB is asking who are Ange players in Forest. I feel the most of the new signings are attacking. They can play attacking football. It's just that even the new signings have not been good enough. If you ask me, they've not been good. The only good person that I said yes, he's good is Igor Jesus.
So he
The
bought.
rest of them,
So
yeah,
Nottingham Forest signed several players this summer transfer window, right? They bought
yeah,
Igor Jesus from Botafogo,
yeah, yeah.
Kalimuendo from Reims, James McCarthy from City, Omari
Mm.
Hutchison from Ipswich Town, and a defender, Jay Cunha from Botafogo. Those were the guys that they signed,
So
right?
how
And
many people
they
is
also
it
had
now?
a free agent goalkeeper and a
Mm,
defender from Juventus. That's Angus Gunn and Nicolo
mm,
Savona,
mhm,
right? But in terms of forward men, you have Igor
mm,
Jesus, Kali
mm,
Muendo, James
mm.
McCarthy, Omari Hutchinson. You want to
So
play
decent people. They are decent people.
decent people. You want to
But
play attacking football with these guys.
Hutchinson is a good player. Do you see what he did for Ipswich? He's an attacking player. Hutchinson is an attacking player. Even the other McCarthy came from Manchester City.
Was
He's an
McCarthy
attack.
was McCarthy a starter at Manchester City?
No, but
He was coming on though. He was coming on.
Cole Palmer,
McCarthy is not a bad player,
Was he a starter in Manchester City?
but
He
McCarthy
wasn't.
is not Cole Palmer.
I know
So
he's not Cole Palmer,
don't
but
compare the two of
maybe
them.
maybe they were trying to do a Cole Palmer. Oh, let's sign him. Maybe it will work. Let's sign him.
But
You get
even
but
then, signing a player is not enough, right? It's how you use the player. Signing a player that is talented is not enough.
and
It's how the
the
coach
funny
uses the
thing is
player.
that
So
they
you
are
sign
not even using Hutchinson.
Kali Muendo is not prem proven. You sign
No,
Igor Jesus from Botafogo.
he's doing well. He's
Good
doing well.
player, right? Good player,
Yeah, he's doing
sure.
well. Yeah.
Um, well, you bring a defender, Jaikunya. I've not really seen how that guy's been performing. Then you bring Omari
Mm,
Hutchinson from Ipswich Town. Yeah, he has had some premises
mm,
in Ipswich Town. They were in the league last season. And then
yeah.
anyway, they have other arrivals. They have Danundoye
Mm,
from Bologna.
mm.
Zinchenko came on loan, right? I guess they were kind of gearing themselves for attacking football, to be fair.
Yeah,
Bringing in
so look at
Zinchenko.
you.
But Zinchenko
Yes.
is not even a starter
David
at Arsenal. He cannot
they
even
with
make Zinchenko
Luis.
cannot even break into Arsenal's first team right now.
Wait, I know, but
Man's Luis Kelly is ahead of him. Calafiori is ahead of him. Like Zinchenko is not breaking into that
Douglas
Arsenal first team.
Douglas Luiz is an attacking player. Douglas Luiz is an attacking player. So the
Hmm.
people you've called, out of all the signings you've called about maybe 7 signings. We can count at least 5 that are attacking. Shevchenko is attacking, Douglas Luiz is attacking, Igor Jesus is attacking. Which other person is there? The guy from Manchester City is attacking.
McCarthy.
Amari Hutchinson is attacking. So I've counted 5 people. So he has a decent, to me, if you ask me, he has a decent team. And I know he still has half of, even okay, you talk of the person that plays as 6 for them, Anderson. Maybe the only people that are better than him in that role is only Caicedo. Manchester City is willing to bring us 75 million or 80 million for him. You have one of the best people in that, almost the best in that position. Why are you not using him properly? Do you get what I'm saying? You cannot argue that
I
okay,
hear what you're saying.
who are you pairing him with? You keep using we are using the old guys from Postecoglou, which is a Sangari. I see Sangari is even used to make mistake
I don't
from
even know why he's using
from
Sangari.
Nuno.
Like, it does not even make
From
any
Nuno.
sense why he's
Nuno,
using Sangari.
he used to make mistake from Nuno's time. But Nuno even used to bring him as a sub.
Hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? Why don't you integrate Douglas Luiz? Put Douglas Luiz beside Anderson. You want to play attacking football. Those are the 2 people. Anderson, Douglas Luiz. Then you put Morgan Gibbs White in front. Are you telling me that's not a decent three? That's a
Mm.
decent three. In fact, it's almost even better than the one Manchester United have. Manchester United are yes. Sorry to put them in this discussion. Manchester United are parading Bruno and Casemiro sitting. When you can pair Anderson and Douglas Luiz. Even Morgan Gibbs White can play beside what they call this guy now. Can play. I think he
So
can play beside Anderson.
do you know how Ange sets up his Nottingham Forest team?
Tell
Three
us.
3-4-3, right? With
Three four
cells
three.
3-4-3.
Three
Yes,
four three.
that is what he played
That's what
against
he's playing
Newcastle.
now.
Yes, 3-4-3.
Why? That's supposed to. Is that not Nuno style?
3-4-3. Morato, Milenkovic, Jai Cunha is the guy that came from Botafogo, right? If I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken, right? I just could talk about that guy. Savona,
Mm-hmm.
right? Another new
Mm-hmm.
signing.
New
Yates,
guy. He made
Yates,
mistake.
Elliot Anderson,
He's using it.
Williams. I think Neko Williams, Gibbs
Yeah.
White. Gibbs White is playing as one of the three because three four
Yeah.
three. The
Mm.
three: Chris Wood, Danundoye, Gibbs White.
Why? You are using
That
them
is
wrong.
how. That is how.
You're
That's
using
that's
them wrong.
exactly how he's setting up the team.
Oh, it's awful, man. There's no wit in the team. Carlo Montenador is not there.
I think Otinadoye was subbed in for Danundoye. No, Omari Hutchinson. This is the Newcastle game that they lost. Their last
Yeah.
Newcastle game.
Yeah.
Omari
Yeah.
Hutchinson was subbed in for Danundoye. Chris Wood. They subbed out Chris Wood and they brought in Igor Jesus. He subbed out
Even
Ryan Yates. He subbed
God.
out Yates that was in the midfield, and he brought in Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Oh,
Those were his subs. He subbed out Morato, and he brought in Bakwa, Delany Bakwa.
we know that guy is just awful too.
So
None
I
of to speak.
guess who was their best
Between
performing
this,
player on their team? Guess who was their best performing player on their team when they played against Newcastle?
to be Igor Jesus,
Sales.
the keeper. That means he was
Yes.
making so many saves. The formation is wrong. The people you put in information is wrong. That no,
He's
serious.
not good. Let's just be
Yeah,
honest. You guys, let's just all be honest with
yeah.
ourselves. He's not good enough for this team. He's not good. Like it was a bad signing. It was a bad idea. Like the team, the guys that they had, right? They are good players. They are good signings.
The
I will
setup
not put down any of the
is
guys
horrible.
that they've signed into Nottingham Forest. But the fact is just there on paper, guys. And is just not a good coach for
Wait.
them. He
You
might be
you
a good
use
coach for
your.
another team.
Are you
But he's
telling
not a
me the
good coach for
front three?
them.
Are you telling me the front three is Chris Wood, Undoy, and what they call this guy?
Gibbs White.
Um Gibbs White.
Yes, that's the front three.
That's awful. That's awful,
That's
man.
the front
Chris,
three.
you can't score. You can't score because Williams and who is the part of the four? Who is part of the four in the
So,
midfield?
Ryan
White,
Yates,
yeah,
Neko
yeah.
Williams,
Which is
Yates,
this side, yeah,
Savona, and
yeah.
what's his name?
It's Savona that is the other side.
Savona
I know
is the
Savona,
other side. Savona
the
and
young
then
right
Elliot
back.
Anderson. Elliot Anderson.
So you now use wait no. So
Yeah.
this guy is this guy a joker. He's a joker. He used a two people sitting in the middle is Yates. Sorry, but Yates is average.
Now let's
I know
compare. Let's compare how he
Yates
set
is
them
not,
up.
and you
Let's
know
compare.
Yates and Anderson are similar.
Let's
It's just
compare.
that Anderson is an upgrade. Yes, that's so it's so
Like,
stupid.
if
We
you
set
compare
them up.
that to how
Yeah,
Nuno used to set up the team. Nuno's
how did you
last
know it said
game
it?
against West
Yeah,
Ham, he played
yeah,
4-2-3-1. Ola Aina,
yeah,
Milenkovic,
yeah.
Mourinho, Neko Williams. Those are the four. The two,
Standard. Yeah,
Sangare,
yeah.
Elliot Anderson. The three, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Gibbs White, Ndoye. And then Chris Wood
Exactly.
up
Gives
front.
yes. Yeah.
That's how I said. I think he can still play that uh,
That's what he
four
should
four
play.
two three
Four
one.
two three one. Yes.
I think he could
You
still play.
want to
Maybe
be
just switch the
okay.
personnel. But I feel like the
Yes,
way
but
they are built to play that kind of formation. I feel. But let me
seriously,
see against Arsenal. Let me see his
how
first
did
game. The
Yeah.
first
What
game
did you do?
against Arsenal, he
Hmm.
really did not actually. He did not change anything.
We just use the same people.
And did not change anything. He used the exact same formation, the exact same guys. Sangari, Elliot Anderson, Milenkovic, Murillo, Morato. Okay, the only difference is Ola Aino. I don't know if Ola Aino is injured. I don't know, guys. Ola
He's
Aino injured,
injured.
maybe.
He's
So okay,
injured.
so
Yeah.
instead of Ola Aino, is using Neko Williams. Right? They lost
Yeah.
that game, but of course, formation doesn't really mean anything. It still depends on how
You
you play
play, how you
tactically,
play, how
how
you
you morph
play,
in
all
different
those
phases
kind
of
of
the
things. Yeah.
game, how you guys move the
Yeah.
ball, how you build up from if you're building up from or at the back, and how you move the ball, how you speed of,
Yeah.
rhythm of the team. So it's like all
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
have to play a part. But I said, didn't Ange feature on Naked and Afraid? He heard he was too attacking.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That's funny. Dara is giving us
Ah man, you
some hard
definitely have to be
some,
a comedian, man. I have to give you a
some hard
bomb for that
hits.
one, man. That really
Some hard hits.
keep the comments coming, guys.
that's
Comments
that's
coming,
funny.
guys. Like the video,
That's funny.
comments coming.
Yeah.
Man. Good one. That was a good laugh. Let's read some comments. Let's read some comments. Let me start from SSB's comment. SSB said Chris Wood is not a player who is going to be up and down running at full speed. That's true. After ownership confront Nuno on the pitch, he's been downhill. We already read that. He said, Andy, are we relegating Forest and Mate on Saturday?
AB, when we were expected to do that, we don't always do it. So I don't know. We
Amy said
should be doing that, right?
the owners should have changed management in the
In the
summer
summer.
preseason. Yeah. That would have been a
Yeah,
good idea.
yeah.
Give
Good
Ange a
idea.
preseason so we don't judge him
Yeah.
so harshly. AB is still on the same Mourinho like take that
Should have
Mourinho should have
hired
been
him.
hired in the
That's right.
summer, but also fire Edu. Edu was the problem with Nuno, according to some Forest fans.
Imagine.
Well, that says Ange deserves credit. He convinced the club to sign him when he's just a legend in his own mind. I win trophies in my second season, fam. Let's see if he's going to win a trophy in the second season. That's even if he has a
Would
second
he
season.
have a second season?
If he says bottom line, Forest needs a manager like the Newcastle manager Eddie Howe. Um, SSU said Tukuri likes Anderson. Anderson is someone
It's
United should
really
look
good.
at with
It's really
two
good.
central midfielders. Ange Mate is joking. See if Ange fails and gets sacked, does he have a future at the top level?
That's a good question. I
That's a
don't think so.
great
He's
question, SSB.
done.
Actually, that's a great question.
He's done. I think he's done. He just retire. He should just retire. Go back to Australia or something.
So if he gets sacked now, will we
Yeah.
consider him like he just failed in the Prem? It's just he failed.
How did he
Like
feel in the Prem?
what winning Europa is the
He won
win.
something in the Prem. Yeah, he didn't. I won't say he failed. Failed. Amorim is still in the Prem. The way you talk of failure, he's not
Amorim has
failed.
like 3 years. Amorim is not going anywhere
Yeah,
anytime soon, at
yeah.
least for
We'll
at least
see.
that's what we think for now.
We'll see.
Um, that's a great question, SSB. That's a great question. I don't know if you have
I
a
don't
chance to
think
look
so.
at
He's
the top
done.
level if you get
He's
sacked.
done. He's done.
SSB
He's
says, I
done.
think this could be the last of Ange for a while. Say
Yeah,
Gibbs
I
White
think
is
so.
regretting not leaving, in my opinion. Gibbs White should have left for Man City or even
Yeah,
Tottenham. Should have left to go to Tottenham.
yeah,
He should
yeah.
have
No,
actually
but
left.
the owner refused now, right? The owner refused.
It was because of the medical thing, right? Tottenham
Which
wanted to do
medical thing?
medical. You don't remember the drama? Gibbs White. It
Okay,
was,
yes,
or was it
yes,
not
yes.
Gibbs White that
It was
Tottenham
Gibbs
wanted to
White
quickly do medical for him?
medical.
I
Yeah,
think he had like a release clause. They wanted to
clause, the
trigger it or
trigger
something.
it. Yeah,
Whatever. It was just a shady thing, and then the deal ended up falling through. So, but
mm.
he should have left. I think Gibbs White should have left because at this point, it just feels like I don't know what direction they are. Where are they going at this point? What's the way forward for them? What direction are they going?
And after they even sack Ange, they want to
Mm.
go for Sean Dykes. Like, come on, have the mighty falling.
Hey, see, championship
Have the
might not be
mighty
that
falling.
bad. They can just go back to championship and call
My
it call
God.
it a day. Call it what it
If
is.
they go back to champions, they are not coming back.
You
They are
think
done.
so? Because
They are
they might
not.
lose most of their players, right? They will
They
lose
are
a number of
not.
their
They are
players.
not coming back. They are not coming back. That's it.
Ah,
They are done.
Ange, man.
That
Ange,
they are done.
Ange.
They are not coming back if they go to the championship. That's all. There's no point. It's sad. It's actually sad. I don't know. Like, I just think like
Mm,
I think it's Edu, like what AB said. Edu is the one that is causing because Nottingham Forest has been peaceful. Even with Maranaka's day, he's been
mm,
peaceful just sitting up in his box. Maranaka's doesn't really you see him just sitting in his box, probably just talking on the phone or just staying quiet.
mm,
Do you get what I'm saying? It just felt like once Edu came in, he just became wild. Anyways, Maranaka's has always been wild and everything, but we just started to see that. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just I don't know. That Edu there, Edu has to go. Edu has to go.
let's go
Edu.
back to the initial question I asked you.
Mm-hmm,
If you guys beat Nottingham Forest,
mm-hmm.
if or when,
He'll be
what
put in the
happens?
coffin.
What happens to Ange Postecoglou?
He'll be sacked now. What else? But let's look at it this way. There
They
are
play a very
rumors.
good game. They play a very good game, but they lose.
There
It's
are rumors. There are
Mhm.
rumors that are going around now.
Mm.
They want to use the Chelsea game to judge him because
Mm.
that's what they want to do. He's going to come against. I already explained to you. He's going to go against Caballero. You can
Mhm.
argue that Maresca will be in the stands.
Yeah.
You can make that argument. He'll be in the stand, but
Mhm.
the coach is not on the pitch, right? So you're going against the assistant coach of the other. Obviously, the players are still there. The quality is still there. But to me, what would save him is if what position are they on the table?
No, keep talking. I'll find out.
What will save Ange is the performance. Performance. Like the game they lost in in the Europa League. There was performance. They performed well. You can argue they lost to a club in I think it was in Belgium or in a country with a smaller league. But there was performance in that game. I was really impressed the way they were trying to dig themselves out. And you can argue that obviously referee did not play a free kick, but we're just giving an excuse for them.
They are 17th on the table. The same position.
17th
The same position that he was at when he was
at
at Tottenham.
Tottenham. God.
If you
Ah,
said, do you know some footballers are starting to hire personal coaches? I listened to Donny's personal coach on the radio today. I've always thought that's the way forward. They can be so much a club
club.
coach can have time to coach individual players. I think this has already been a thing, right? If I'm not mistaken,
True. Yeah.
players have their own personal coaches. So at least
Yeah.
some players that can afford it, they have their own
Yeah.
personal coaches and do their own personal work off the field. I've seen some videos of like Semenyo,
Mm,
Tyreek George. I've seen them
mm.
do some sessions with some of these social all these coaches on social on Instagram, on IG,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
personal coaches that just teach them on some things, how to open their body up and stuff like that. Well, they are professional players, they know how to do most of the things, but you see them
Yeah.
just
Yeah. Yeah.
training. You see them training. But yeah, say where's first on the table 17th. Say Andy, I've just thrown you a bone there. Fancy being a personal coach in the future.
That will not be bad. It will not be bad, right?
You'll be
But
a personal coach.
it's not a bad idea. Maybe if that where the world is going. But at the same time, you have to learn. You have to
Oh
learn.
man, maybe.
I'm currently in my learning phase, right? So
Oh,
how
personal
many years
football
as a
coach.
coach?
Mm,
Yeah. So where you take, I know someone that is doing that here,
mhm.
right? For like under 13s and under 15s, right?
Yeah.
And he's making good money. But another thing is talk of the time. Do I have the time? Is another thing. Time.
Ah
But
man.
if the kudi is there, why not? Why not? Right?
But so you're saying, so wait, Abby, this comment,
Mm.
is it in reference to like Postecoglou
Yeah.
and like his players need personal coaches, or it's just in general? I guess comments is just in general,
No,
yeah.
he's just saying it
Saying
in
in general, like
general.
personal coach in
Yeah,
general.
he's saying it in general. Yeah.
SSB said a personal coach is a very American concept.
American
NBA
concept.
players have this. I Yeah,
They
American
do.
concept, but I think
Basketball.
by
Yeah.
nature of the sport, right?
Mm.
Because some of these training sessions that these footballers are doing is not
It's
necessarily
general.
improve their game. It's more like
Yeah.
tactical training, if I'm not
Although
mistaken, right?
some coaches bring out players and put them on individual. An example was Mikhailo Modric.
Mm.
He was put on individual training session by Maresca. Do you see?
Mhm.
They stopped his gym work because at the end of the day, they found out that the gym work he was doing too much gym work is affecting his performance on the pitch. Do you see? So
Mm.
in fact they put a ban, not ban, but they limited the amount of hours he should be in the gym, in the club and at home,
Mhm.
right? And they put him on, like, he had personal routine and training sessions personally from the coach, right? He needed it.
You see, I'm tired of listening to Ange though.
Yeah.
That's fair, man. That's fair. Let's change the topic.
Yeah.
Let's talk about United. Let's talk about United, the investors. What's going on with the UAE investors and United?
Uh, for United, we don't. The thing is that this thing is spreading wide, like it's like a rumor. We don't even know,
Mm-hmm.
right? There are rumors that are coming that these guys are really serious, and the other people say no, they're not going to sell. Do you get? So the big question is, what is going to happen? Like, to me, I believe there's no smoke without fire. I think these guys have come in and they've offered to buy out the Glazers, buy out the club fully. But I think one of the rumors that came out was the guy, for the Ineos guy, is not willing to sell.
What did he say, AB? I didn't watch the Obi-Wan's podcast. What did he say? But yeah, back to what you were saying. You're saying that there are rumors that the investors, that Glazers don't want to sell to the UAE investors.
Not that Glazers, the vibe we're getting is like Ineos themselves, they are
Mm.
not willing to sell. They just came in, right? But I think
But
the vibe
why
from
is
the
it that Ineos have to sell? Why the Glazers not selling shares?
I don't know. No one knows,
So the Glazers still
right?
want to maintain control of the club. So if the UAE investors come, then they will take over
The from
Ineos
the rumors we are hearing, the UAE guys want to own the club fully.
outright. Oh, so
Yes, they want
even
to
if the
own the club.
Glazers sell, it
Yes,
means
the Ineos
Ineos
has to
are
sell.
holding out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So they want to still hold out.
But why?
Do
Radcliffe,
you
take your
get?
money and leave. Take your money and
Mm.
go. See,
It's a
United bought.
Glazers without man, you are finished. Is that their major investment?
I don't think they are finished. That's a rich family. I don't know about that. See, United boardroom is trying to backdoor Radcliffe, in my opinion. Backdoor
Oh,
Radcliffe. What,
okay.
what do you mean by backdoor Radcliffe SSB?
Maybe just send make him sell. Do you get what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Because
But
I think you know what happened. You know what happened when Radcliffe came in. He came in with this proposal. The Glazers, okay, would give you the footballing matters. You manage it. Do you get what I'm saying? And maybe if we need to veto something, would veto it. But you just you just manage the football affairs. But Radcliffe, in everyone's opinion, has even messed things up. Yes, from the Ten Hag, the decision to leave Ten Hag. Do you get what I'm saying? Because if you had let Ten Hag go at that time, you could have found maybe a different manager or even Amorim, and
Mhm.
probably they won't be in this phase they find themselves because they will have enough time. Do you get what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, I get what you're
Find
saying.
enough time to what they call it now, for preseason. The coach can get his ideas. You can have a full transfer window. That almost 300 million or 200 and something million spent on Ten Hag could have been spent on Amorim.
Mhm.
Then it could have been a different situation. So that was a very bad decision from Ineos and Ratcliffe generally. Then he's coming now. He wants to build a new stadium. Like, brother, focus on what matters. Why you want to build a new stadium that the government will pay? It feels like you are Glazers 2.0, a worse version.
What do you think is best for United? They sell
They
completely to Saudi.
complete outright buy Glazers and Ratcliffe out. That's what they need. The moment that happens, give them 2 years, 1, 2 years, they'll be back. They'll be back. Yes. Why are you laughing now? They'll be
No,
back.
no, no, no. I'm
Sincerely,
listening. I'm just
they'll be
listening. I'm
back.
just processing
They'll be
everything.
yeah, they'll be back. That's what I think because the problem of United, we keep talking about coach and this and no, is the Glaziers are the issue. The problem is from the top. So the club, or not, let me not say from the top, every part of the club is gone. It's just like you say, how do I say it now? You have no, let me not use that. Or someone has a cancer, right? The best thing would be to cut off that cancer
Hmm.
and hope, do chemo, and hope the cancer doesn't come back. Regular checkup. So it's the same thing for Man United. Glazers have to go totally.
Hmm.
No, when so Ikena is saying what would make them come back? How in particular? So my thinking is just as the way Todd Bowley, we also the way Chelsea did theirs. They
Yeah.
came in, cleared out everything. Abramovich was a clean. They brought out their own. They brought in their own stuff, their own philosophy, their own ideas, data, everything, their own stuff, and they
Hmm.
started from ground zero up. You can also argue that Todd Bowley also made mistakes, but they corrected those mistakes even in the first year.
Hmm.
Do you get? And they're on track. They're on track financially. They're on track trophy wise, right? Because from the onset, they wanted a manager that can come in to coach players and why they can buy players to flip. Do you get? So that the club can win something at the side, but they can make a lot of money. That's
But
why they
how is
bought the
that
club.
different from? Let's say the Glazers stay in your
Mm,
stay. How is that different from just saying, okay? Because I'm trying to understand Amorim and his
mm,
role in terms of signing players. Because how is that different from just saying, okay, we just need
mm,
someone that is a coach, like how Annie Slot is at Liverpool? Because Annie Slot is just a head coach, right? I don't think he's
mhm.
that much involved in transfers and all those. That he's just there to coach the players.
Yeah,
So
but
is that the
there's
same thing with Amorim? Amorim is also
yeah,
involved in transfers.
yeah, no, but if you compare a club like Liverpool now, FSG have data guys. They have people in charge, the technical crew. They have people in charge of data, signing players. They don't just sign
You
anybody.
don't think Glazers are like that? You don't think Glazers have and Ineos have
Glazers
that sort
don't
of thing?
care. They don't care. I don't think they have anyone because if they had someone, people, all those guys there, they would have
Mhm.
sacked Ten Hag. Ten Hag should have been gone.
What?
What was that?
They sacked Ten Hag. They still sacked Ten
No,
Hag.
no. They sacked him late. That's the problem. That's the problem. You saw the guy at Tottenham, Daniel Levy. What happened when they made that decision? They looked at the data. The data is not looking good, bro. We know you won a
I kind
trophy,
of like
but
this.
still,
I kind of like this Ikena's comment about Saudis. Like
yeah.
Saudis do not have philosophy. What they have is money. Money they can't
Mm.
throw around anymore. Ask Newcastle.
But
Because how
it's
is that different?
different.
Because if you
It's
look at the
different.
American, your owners
Now,
are your
wait,
owners are
yeah,
American,
yeah.
right?
It's good. I'm about to say this comment that SSB just dropped is important to the conversation, right?
Okay.
The
Mhm.
club is currently in debt. Do you get what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
currently in debt. You can argue that Man U has bigger revenue than Newcastle. You can argue that. So at the end of the day, if there's nothing, there's no debt there. Do you get what I'm saying? The revenue is coming in. They have more spending power than Newcastle. Do you
Mhm.
get so? But Newcastle's hand is tied generally because the spending power, even inside the club, in terms of what they can generate, is not there.
Mm.
In terms of the fan base, in terms of merchandise, so they have to do it slowly. Do you get what I'm saying? Buy players slowly, wait, achieve stuff, buy players slowly, they get bigger naturally with a good manager, good system in place. That's the way every club is meant to do it. But if you just come in pumping money, the way Abramovich did it, the way Man City is it's more or less like you are trying to cheat. Do you get what I'm saying? You are trying to
I'm listening. Yeah.
you are trying to speeding up the process. But the truth is, if you have a hierarchy that is serious, extremely stern and extremely serious, they spend money, not just spending money, they spend money on what the club needs. And
You think Saudi would do that?
the guys in Manchester City, where are they from? They're from Qatar, right? Are they? I think they're from
So
Qatar.
you're comparing it based on the clubs that are UAE owned clubs.
Paris Saint Germain,
That's how
where are
you're
they
judging
from?
this.
Paris Saint Germain, where are they from? They
No, no,
have
no.
money,
Fair,
but at
fair,
the
fair.
same
I see
time,
what you're saying.
they come
I'm
in.
not disagreeing. I'm just trying to see where you're coming
These
from.
guys are not
Mm,
just they are not just going to come and spend money. I
mm.
don't feel like they're like that. No, they always have a end goal. Saudi League that we're talking, is it PFI, are spending money. They have an end goal. Oh, by XYZ year, we want to be this place. Oh, how can we achieve it? Okay, bring in the best players. They got in a Menalo. Emenalo is the one running that project. Emenalo, we saw what he did in Chelsea. When Chelsea
Mm.
decided to move from an ultra defensive team, they wanted to go into be more attacking and more flair.
Yeah.
What did they do? He gradually got rid and he built up the academy slowly. Started to buy younger people. People think even Todd Bowley were the first. No, Chelsea has already started buying young people from 2012. We pushed the age younger, but we're mixing it, matured guys or experience with the youths. We brought in Hazard. We brought in
Look
Oscar.
at SSB's comment. It said PSG had no
Yeah.
philosophy though. Signing Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, Cavani, Di
No,
Maria,
but they changed. They changed
etc.
when this new.
Only
Yes.
recently they
No, no, no.
created a philosophy.
No, no, no. I can argue that that was their philosophy initially. Yes, that was their philosophy initially. Let's go and sign the big guys. Let's assemble the best people on
Be
earth.
almost like Galacticos type
Yes,
strategy, and then they realized that wasn't working, and then they changed.
exactly. Then they shut it down, then changed and said, okay, we'll go young. People that are
Mm.
ready to work, they change. You clearly see that they change their philosophy, but you see that there's a philosophy and there's a template there. Whether you like it or not, it's there. You can see it. And even when you heard
You're reading the comments yourself. People are disagreeing with you. Bagman is
is
saying
it it's
there's no other industry where the owners of an asset are allowed not to spend their own money to be successful. I think
yeah.
probably it's even illegal in the case of Europe. SSB saying, Andy, that's not a philosophy, that's FIFA. Anybody can sign Neymar if you give them enough money. Ah,
Yes and no. Because you can argue that let's look at it this way. Obviously PSR came in. PSR is there, but you can argue that PSG they have revenue.
mm,
They have revenue. They can get sponsorship. These guys can get sponsorship. The
mhm.
sponsorship you need, they can get companies to sponsor, and they will do it the way they usually. You saw Manchester City. If not that they were caught, would we know what they were cooking their books? Yes, but nobody will know. Do you get what I'm saying? So at
Mm.
the end of the day, they could have still gone out and they are still spending money. Don't get me wrong.
To
They
keep
are
this
still spending money.
this conversation in context, we're talking about
Yeah.
UAE getting
Mm,
hold of Manchester United and it's changing things. I
yeah.
don't think it will take like 2 years for things to change, though.
How many years would
I
it
don't
take?
think within 2 years. I think we can't really put a number of years to it.
Okay, we
We
can't
can't
put
really
a
be
number,
certain that
but
within 2 years things will change. I don't think so.
okay,
I
I'll
mean,
ask you this question.
changing ownership might
Mm.
improve a lot of things that will trickle down to help
It would
things.
because
For
it
example,
would because
some of the
what
facilities that they've complained about that and new training regimens and all these kind of things would be implemented that will help improve the players in general. The players will be playing
Mhm,
better, training better.
mhm,
They have to still get the right coach. right?
Mhm.
It's going
Yeah.
to it's not plug and play in terms of that. You have to get the right coach.
Yes.
The coach you
Yes.
get, you have to get the right players that can fit the coaching
Yes.
system. You kind of have
Yeah.
to go have a long-term mentality when it comes to this type of thing. Because
You need to also.
if you look at
Yeah.
Chelsea, let's use Chelsea as an
Mhm.
example. You guys have a fresh philosophy, right? Under this
Yeah.
your owners. It's not like plug and play just happened for you guys. You guys had some L's. You signed some players that
Yeah.
were just not good enough. You went
Yeah.
through different coaches too to get the right, what seems to be the right coach that you're still going to evaluate right at the end of
Mhm.
this season. So it's almost like it seems like there's progress, but you guys are not even all the way there yet.
No, we are not. No.
And this is how many years? Because you guys had Graham Potter. Graham Potter wasn't good enough. You brought
Bad.
in
But
Pochettino.
what was it?
Pochettino wasn't good enough.
They got
You
rid
brought
of
in
people immediately.
Yeah, but you still gave them okay, apart from Potter. Well, yeah.
But
But Pochettino still had
Tuku
the
went immediately. Tuku went immediately.
You
Butter
guys
went
sacked Tuku.
immediately.
You
Yeah.
guys sacked Tuku
Yeah.
beginning of that season, and then you
Yes.
brought in Graham Potter, and
But
then you
Butter
sacked
went
him, and then
immediately.
you brought in
Yeah. When
Lampard to ride things out, and
just yeah,
then
yeah.
you brought in Pochettino,
But
right?
see, but I told you at the
So
end of
you're
this
still, but
start
what
of
I'm telling you is it's still the same thing. Like you
but
guys, a philosophy can look like it's working,
mm,
and you can
mhm.
look like, but for that philosophy to really really stick will take some time. You cannot really say within 2 years or these
I
things will
agree.
change.
I agree.
That's just what
But
I want to say.
we
Yeah.
know we will. So the question I wanted to ask you, if we were to ask everyone, what is the direction of Manchester United? Do you know? The
They've
fans
gone
don't know.
through different
Nobody knows.
directions, right?
What direction? When
They
you
wanted
just
to go
ask anybody.
younger, they
Listen,
changed. They wanted to
change
go
in the same
prem
transfer window,
proven, they
in the
changed.
same transfer window, they changed.
Yeah, but it's philosophy. They are changing philosophy. You're acting like they don't have a philosophy.
Okay,
They are
you
coming
said
out
okay.
saying that this is their philosophy, but they are
You said
changing it
they, okay. Let's see.
based on how much they can
What was the
afford and budget and
what was the
concerns
what
and
was the
everything.
what was the first one you said that they
They
decided
wanted to
to do?
go younger. I think under 25 and under
Young.
also.
Yes.
25 and
Okay. They
under
tried to Chelsea. Okay. Good. Then they changed it the
to
same
prem
summer window
proven. To prem
to
proven,
Prem
yeah.
Proven. But do you know? Did they stick with Prem Proven? No. They
They
still
didn't
got
stick
people
with
from
they did
outside.
they bought one person from outside or two people.
Who is
Yeah,
the one person?
they bought different people from outside. Yeah, but
Yeah.
then at the end of the days, yes,
So
I
you say
agree.
they have a
But at the end
direct.
of the day,
No,
they have to
they
think
just
about
bought players. They just bought
they also
players.
have to think about true, but they also have to consider a lot of factors even
Yeah.
within what they are doing. And they have to realize that some of their philosophies are not realistic. Because think about it this way: we want to go under 25. You think of the direction that you're thinking of it. If we go under 25, might lack experience, we might not be able to win anything. It might be a big risk, it might be a longer vision. Maybe that's not what we
Mhm.
want to do. Maybe we want to start winning stuff sooner. If they say, okay,
Yeah.
let's scrap that philosophy, let's do Premier League proven. But Premier League
Mhm.
proven is quite expensive because Premier League proven players are very expensive. We don't have the
Okay.
money unless we
The
put
money.
everybody for sale, which is what they said they
Okay.
were going to do. They put everybody for sale. At the end of the
Mhm.
day, they could not sell because their players are not worth shit. Their players are
Yeah.
not worth shit, apart from
Garbage.
some key
Mhm.
guys like Bruno
Mhm.
Fernandez. If Bruno, they might get like 80 something for Bruno. But aside
100.
Bruno, or 100 for
Mhm.
Bruno. But aside them selling Bruno, who is like their key guy in the
No
team,
other person.
which other person will go for something decent?
Maybe 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 Rashford.
All the
Rashford.
rejects. How much did the rejects go for? Rashford literally was
And I,
going to stay to the end of the transfer window to go to Barca until things just panned out for him. Barca decided not to go for Nico Williams. So at the end of the day, when you look at it, they are working with philosophies based on within their constraints. So
okay, I
it's not
agree.
as straightforward as a
As
new
that.
owner impact,
Now part
boom,
of
boom, boom
okay,
philosophy.
part of
It
part
might
of
not work that
so
way.
now so part of the constraint they are having is that they have debts.
They have debt, yes.
Good. So bringing in a new owner can
Yeah.
help solve that problem. Yes or no?
Of course. They can with an
Who
influx of money, they can help
yes,
resolve the debt.
which
And
will
then
losing of
yeah,
but at the end of the day, Kingsley, it's not even just about that. I just feel even from their the footballing
But
aspect.
can't they just borrow money to sign player? Oh, that's not possible. You can't borrow money to buy
No,
players.
no, 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 no. You're in debt. You have to PSI.
That's
They will
the
not
okay,
allow you
yeah,
to do that.
of course, of course, of
Yeah,
course. They
yeah.
have to sell. They have
So
to sell.
so
They'll still have to
yeah,
sell. Are you telling
yeah.
me PSR will still not affect them even if they change ownership?
To be better. Because look at it this way: when a new ownership comes in, obviously it puts in money. They
Mm.
can pay off the debts. There's no interest on that loan. If it's 2 billion, do you know the interest on 2 billion that is be coming out from the club?
Damn.
Glazers they are something else. But
Lizards are
apart from that,
crazy.
Glazers themselves, if you look at it critically, Glazers themselves are not
Mm.
focused on the footballing aspect at all. It's obvious.
Okay, okay. I
It's
like this AB's comment. AB says, I think
yeah,
let me read all of AB's comment and then I'll read
yeah,
the last
yeah,
one I
yeah,
like. AB says
yeah,
the old
yeah,
philosophy and template to dominate leagues used to be to hire superstars, and that
yeah,
was what Chelsea, City, PSG did, and that's not always
yeah,
what clubs did. Don't forget Madrid
yeah,
Galacticos, but no,
yeah.
big
But
clubs
no, yeah.
has been this radical, like big clubs has been this radical, like current Chelsea models. Kings, I think Manchester United are into strategy and not necessarily philosophy. Philosophy is when it's strictly based on player talents and nothing else. Okay, I understand. I understand. Maybe not necessarily a set philosophy, but they are still coming up with a strategy that they think will push them forward based on their
Strategy that
constraints.
is still
Based
defined
on
by
their
money.
constraints.
The
It's still
constraint,
defined
money
by the
constraint.
money constraints that they are
Good,
facing. Right. So
good.
because that Europa that they did not, let's not forget the Europa League that they did not win deeply
Mm,
affected them. They had to rethink things from with
mm,
them not winning that Europa, because it was like if they won that Europa League, they will get some money.
mm,
It will kind of help them. They'll be in the Champions League. You have
mm.
to think about like so many things.
Do
So
you
it's
do
like
you do you do you agree with Batman's comment when he says they are in chaos?
they are in chaos, of course.
The
They are.
simple way the is this the simple way to solve this issue would be to clear out the club and bring brand new people, press a refresh, brand new people. So okay, let me explain something to you.
Mm,
For those that like when you do company, let's just go to company acquisition. You acquire a new company. You come
mm,
into the company, you put in processes, oh, process here, process there, and it's not working.
mm-hmm.
And you find out that a key thing that kills processes is culture.
Yeah,
I will say it every day. Culture eats up any process. If the culture is bad, it will eat up any process you put in place. This is
100%. Yeah.
those are into process management, no, right? The culture at United is garbage. Is not good. Is bad.
Yeah.
Is bad. Do you get so? How do you how do you change culture? The easiest way to change culture or start changing the culture is the people. Is the
Mm,
people because people are apart from people make up more than 50% of the culture, the attitude you have there. Do you get so?
okay.
They need to clear out every like new ownership, clear them out, bring in their own people. An
Mhm,
example, I'll give you this life example. Ganacho came to Chelsea and his first second his training after 2 weeks of training, one of the training, he was gassed out, breathing like, oh my legs, oh I'm so you must have watched that video. Oh, he's
mm,
tired and Fafana is just laughing at him like, brother, are you okay? This welcome to Chelsea Football Club. That's what Fafana told him. Welcome to Chelsea Football Club. What does that show?
mm,
What training are they doing in United? What exercises are they doing? Do they still have the same physios of 1979 in this modern time?
mm,
The sports science has really moved. Did they move with time or they are still behind? Ronaldo brought up that comment. When he said that comment, people say, oh, Ronaldo is just when he said, oh, nothing changed in this club since 2010. That statement is deep. That statement is deep. You say, oh, we're still eating the same food. That statement is deep. You saw Arsene Wenger. the good thing about Arsene Wenger is that Arsene Wenger changed with the time. He was the one that was bringing the change in football and in the Premier League. Do you get to ask now?
Mm.
But the key thing is that Manchester United, did they change? Did they evolve with time? I don't think they did. So everything maybe they did in the olden time is still what they're still doing, training and all. Why do you think Chelsea got rid of Pochettino? I explained this thing to you. I said the two technical directors, they released a 40-page document, 40, on why Pochettino cannot continue as Chelsea manager. It was a presentation. It was there to the ownership and to the board, the technical directors. 40-page on why somebody should not continue as manager. What was the key thing? He's using old techniques and old training, how do I say it now? Everything he's doing is the old way of doing things. That was one of their major complaints. The training session are still old. It's not modern. Do you get? That's why they got Maresca. Do you get? Because you look at whether we hate Pep or we like Pep. Pep has always been evolving. He's always been evolving with the time. He's still evolving. People say, oh, he's playing haram football, but he's trying to evolve to see what will work. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's so obvious. The culture there is not good. Do you get? Say, go hear what Evra said about Manchester United and how different it was with Juventus. He said Juventus prioritize taking care of players' body. They sleep with vests tracking everything. Manchester United vests is what player wear to nightclub. Do you see the difference? They wear it to nightclub.
Bagman said if they had a strategy, they would have sold Bruno to Saudi for 100 million in the summer and signed two center midfielders. They are a player FC. The biggest culture change is sell Bruno. Mm. Mm. Mm.
That's it. What? That's it.
Okay. Okay.
You are a club. You have a captain that every small thing is throwing antics or complain to referee. Bruno is not even meant to be the captain of their club. Sorry to say. To me, he's not even meant to be captain. You say, why is Shaw still at the exactly? Shaw is still there, still in their first team in this time. Yes. And even in the time when Sir Alex was there, Sir Alex was, there's a way Sir Alex made average players look very good. Phil Jones, when he played Phil Jones, he played all these guys, package the tactics. Sir Alex always tried to, like somebody mentioned, I think it was this where he said, oh, when we're comparing Sir Alex to Pep, he said, someone said Pep got, Sir Alex got water from mud. Based on the thing, I packaged them up, tactics that would work based on the abilities of the players. Do you get? But it doesn't make Luke Shaw elite or a world-class player. No, but he's still there, being packaged. He's not even being packaged. Right? He said Maguire. Yes. Why is Maguire still there? They are using sentiments. See Chelsea, an example, a club that is serious. Sterling, you are no longer part of our plans, future plans. Has Sterling since that day it was said, has Sterling been part of Chelsea's future plans? No,
he's already on his way out.
They've not changed. The stance has not changed. Rather, even if he's selling trains 8 p.m., it has not changed. It didn't change. One moment, Maguire was out of the squad. Suddenly he's back. He's the one getting them last minute corners for Ten Hag. He's the one getting a last minute corner for. I'm like, what are these guys doing? Is there any leader in the club that is even directing them?
But Maguire had the redemption arc. You can't force that, brother.
He
Had the
can have
redemption
the
arc. He
redemption.
stayed there.
It's
He
just
stayed
like
there and he fought for his badge. He fought for his spot.
okay. It's just like they should not even be been allowed to fight for anything. Now, you talk about Disasi. Disasi say he wants to fight. Chelsea told him, brother, sorry, there's no time for that. You're not fighting anything. You are out of the project. You came to the club. You came to the club and said, "Oh, you want out? You want to go and play first team football? You want to leave the club?" You were in the part of. He was part of the plans initially. Disasi is the one that was trying to force his way out to Aston Villa. Then he made that mistake against Manchester City. Aston Villa did not buy him. They stopped using him.
Mm-hmm.
Then you now come back and now say, "Oh, you want to be part of the club?" No. Every serious club will say no. Nicholas Jackson, they gave him a way back to come back. He refused. He was not even out of the project. Nicholas Jackson was the one that came and said he wanted to go on loan because he doesn't feel he will get playing time. Okay, fine, go. But the moment he's rejected to come back, I don't think Nicholas Jackson is part of the squad anymore or part of the future plans of the club. And you move ahead regardless of sentiment, players, or all these things, right? It's SSB saying Dalot is being cooked. Maguire
It's
redemption arc
beyond
should have
cooked.
been happened. Yes, should
That
have happened.
happened at West Ham.
Exactly. He needs a bomb for that. That's the reality. Yes.
That's
It's just
valid.
like
That's
saying
valid. That's valid.
you
I'll
wanted
give it to
to
you. That's valid. That's valid. That's valid.
another example is
That's a good.
I don't
That's
know
a good comment.
if they had okay, look at it this way.
Mm-hmm.
McTominay, why did they sell McTominay? Was he bad for them or just because of money? McTominay was not for what he
So
was.
let's go to the point. New owners come in, right? You're the new owner. You've signed. You've taken ownership of Manchester United. You're going to clear out
Oh,
players.
you want to make me the new owner?
No, no, no. I'm not saying new owners come into the club, right?
Hmm?
You want to take over Manchester. You've taken over Manchester United. You want to
Yeah.
clear out the squad to get in good people.
Hmm.
Which players are you selling first?
My brother, immediately I step out in first thing I'm calling Saudi. As I step into Carrington, Habibi, that 100 million for Bruno. Are we still going? Oh, good, sold. Please come and send your. I'm selling
Bruno
Bruno
sold.
off immediately. January transfer. If I buy the club tomorrow, I'm selling him in January. He's gone.
Hmm.
He's not a captain. Sorry to say, he's done his job. He's almost 33, but he's not suitable in terms of leadership on the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
He's good for country, fine. Bruno is sold. Ugarte. I just saw the nice comment from Becky. He said, "Bro, I don't understand how people compare Ugarte to Caicedo. Ugarte,
He said also
I,
for man, you should play for Burnley.
exactly. PSG,
Ah,
Ugarte.
man.
See,
Mm.
Bruno is gone. Ugarte is gone. All the new people they bought will stay.
Yeah.
This that young boy Ahmad will stay.
Mm-hmm.
That lot is gone. Maguire is gone. Okay, you need leaders. I can keep Maguire. Do you get?
Mm.
But Luke Shaw is gone. Even the other defender they bought, what's his name? If he says stop this sensible talk for United, you will give them ideas and they'll be a threat again. Bagman, we'll give them
Every
ideas.
said I
I
will
know
sell
they
90% of United players. I will do a Chelsea at United total rebuild.
yes. Yes. The only people I'm not let me just say the only people I'm not selling. The only people I will not is the new people they bought.
So you have to give Amorim a 10-year contract.
10 years. The only people I'm not selling are
Yeah.
the people they just bought with Ahmad.
Mbuemo, Cunha, Ahmad,
Yes. The
Zesco,
keeper, which other person?
Lamens,
Lamens, which other person? Then you can bring in,
Lenny Euro can
uh,
stay.
you can keep here in Euro. You can bring some youth boys, some youth guys in the academy who have to be promoted.
You leave Mino and the rest of the Mino and
I
Oyster
will even
Mino.
sell Mino. I will sell Mino. I will sell Mino for FFPDC to get more money. I'll
Fair
bring
enough,
other
fair enough,
people in.
fair enough.
Bring other people.
Yeah, for
Do you get what
profit.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring at least okay. I might leave Mino just
Mm.
because he wants to really play for the club, but I would have at least 5 to 6. Or anyway, must have 5, but I will
Mm.
have at least 6 young players from the academy.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? 6 young players from the academy. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That will be
Yeah.
in the team. A copper, not just you're adding them because of FA said we must have a homegrown. No, for part of the team. Do you get even this Mason Mount of a brother? I will even say Mason Mount.
Yo, that one is your own personal agenda. Yo, that one is your personal
Agenda
agenda against Messi
and
Mount.
yes, and beef. I will sell him because he's never around.
Fair enough, fair enough. But yeah.
Do you get
But
so?
but
eh,
interesting take. I see. Maybe ownership change will help United, but
That's where
we
they
just
should
have we just
see.
have to see what
Give
happens the last time.
according to Bagman, even if they give Amorim 3 years, we might not see anything because the culture. Amorim is trying to change the culture. If you see everything he keeps saying, even I watched some of his interviews that he does, not press
Mm,
conference, that he does sometimes with then Gary Neville and all these guys. He keeps talking about the culture because he knows the culture is dead. But
mm.
sometimes as a coach, if that culture is not from the top, it's hard. It's hard. Oh my God, it's true. See, I mean, we're talking of a club who still had Phil Jones until last season.
I
Phil
know, right? They could have so
United.
and signed Anderson and what?
Exactly.
Yeah, they could have.
And that would have so and Amorim was Amorim was crying for midfielders. It was so
And
obvious.
Watson and Elliot Anderson will really fit in that Amorim style of playing. That three
Perfect
four
on
three
him. Perfect.
3-4-3 with Mbuemo, Kunia,
Perfect.
Sesko. It would have worked.
Perfect.
It could have worked actually. Yeah, it's amazing the bad decisions they made, man. It's amazing. It's amazing, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are your final thoughts?
I've said a lot of things.
Yeah, I've
Final
said a lot
thoughts.
of things on this stream.
Yeah. So I don't know. Final thoughts
Mm,
for me will be I know the Nottingham Forest game, it seems like it should be an easy game for Chelsea. Like I said
mm,
before, anytime we have too much expectation, Chelsea should do, we always do the opposite. I'm
mm,
hoping it will not be the same. Caballero will be in charge of that game.
yeah.
Let's see what happens. But the quality we have should speak.
Mm,
The quality we have should speak.
mm-hmm,
Do you get what I'm saying? You have the Chelsea has a quality squad. We should go there and win. It will not be easy. The last time we went there and won, it was not easy. When Nuno was there, it wasn't easy.
yeah.
And I don't expect it to be easy this time. Right? But for United, it's simple. They just need to sell off the club. The Glazers and Ratcliffe, they need to go. They
Mm,
need because even Ratcliffe did not even bring in the culture we're expecting. He just brought in, like Bagman said, indecision, bad decisions was what he brought in. That's what this brought up. In fact, Glazers had their own case was no decision. They were not making any decision.
mm,
Ratcliffe came in, it was bad decisions.
mm.
That's all. What's your final thoughts?
I think for Ange Postecoglou, the game against Chelsea will be a very, very important game for him. I think it's a game that he might not win, but he should not lose. No matter what, he should not lose. And even if he loses that game, it should be like a very good performance. That's the only thing that
Maybe a
can save
2-1.
him.
A
That's the
2-1.
only thing. And that 2-1 is like you guys were like
Chelsea
1-1,
scores late,
1-1
late
all
in the
through, and
game.
Chelsea finds a way. There has to be
Mm.
signs of improvement, like the team is going to improve. I think that's what to give the owners time. And that's what Ange needs to really do something. He needs time and he needs to buy himself more time. And as for Manchester United, I still have the same take. I agree with everything you guys have said about selling players, getting the new players, backing the manager. That's something that needs to happen. But with new owners coming in, I don't think the change will be automatic, like 2 years to happen. I still think
True.
they will still need
True.
to properly transition because even selling these guys, buying people,
Maybe
it
Dangote
will
should buy
happen
Man
over
U.
some
Dangote should
time.
buy Man U.
It will happen over some time. So let's see what happens. Maybe Dangote can be part of. I don't know. I think is Dangote an Arsenal fan? I think maybe he's an Arsenal fan. No,
But if he
but yeah,
buys Man U, there will be changes in the club. Trust me, they will be run better.
he's a good businessman. Anyway, shout out to AB, Bagman, Becky, Ikena, SSB. Who else came on this? Who else came on the stream? Who else came on the stream? Dara, I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys for coming today. You guys, you know the drill. We're live
Dorcas.
every single day, 5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
CST. So, guys, please, please, please subscribe if you've not done so. Please, it's going
Let's
to help
like the
the
video.
community. We're on the way
Also
to
like the
2K
video.
before the end of the year. Like Andy said,
Yeah.
like this video so you can get shared to different people. You guys, I appreciate you guys so much. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you're streaming from. You guys, tomorrow is our prediction stream, right? The Prem is back. The Prem is back. International break is over. You guys, come back ready to give your predictions tomorrow, guys. Let's run it again.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, prediction stream. You guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.